You're next to me, an extremely funny, one of my best friends in the world. Everyone give it up for Allison Mick.
Thank you. Give it up for Hayden. I've been feeling weird lately because I recently had to quit smoking weed. I know, I'm sorry. You should calm down. There's always one guy that's like, what? Why? And I'm like, dude, chill out. You know what's really good for that is weed. I did not quit it because it doesn't work. I quit it because it was affecting my life in a negative way. I just got really fucking sick of waking up every morning with 45 shitty pictures of the moon on my phone. The moon is not that cool, you guys. It's your one friend that never photographs well. You take the picture and you're like, oh, this is gonna be like NASA images. And then the next morning they're like, oh, untag me. I'm like, shut up, moon. Even more recently, I started smoking weed again. I'm not addicted to weed, I'm just addicted to not being told what to do by anybody, including myself. Quit because I wasn't good at it. And then I was like, quitters never win, winners never quit. Bet Steph Curry never quit anything in his life, even weed. So now I smoke weed all day, every day. And I'm still not good at it. When am I going to become the Steph Curry of smoking weed? Never, as it turns out. I freak out every single time. Haven't found that sweet spot. But I did discover recently when I am too high, important information to have. I know now that I, Allison Mick, am too high when I need to rewind planet Earth. Only because I feel like I might have missed a really crucial plot point. Sitting there like, how did that Arctic fox even get that cormorant? Oh, he caught it in his mouth. That checks out. Tight. You guys are cool. I like this. I like being in Oakland. It's way more diverse. And this isn't about to put up anybody's like spidey senses up, because I know whenever I hear a white guy be like, I love diversity, I'm like, what did you do? Now, I'm half black. Surprise, crackers! I'm a proud white woman of color. Incognito, if you will. It's a weird thing being mixed race. It's like being like if an Arnold Palmer was a person. The drink, not the golfer, he is a person. Ooh, was a person. 2016 took a lot of lives. But I know that because I'm still half white. I know about golfers. But I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the refreshing summer beverage. Because you cannot judge an Arnold Palmer by tea standards or by lemonade standards. You just have to appreciate it for what it is. Which is better than its component parts. I'm just saying, if you're 100% something, you're gonna die one day and people like me are gonna take your place. Can't fucking wait. Time magazine says in 150 years, everyone's gonna be mixed race. Aw, heck yeah! Do you know what that means? That means we're the next stage in human evolution. And I thought that I made that up, but it turns out Magneto from the X-Men says that like all the time. Can't wait till it's all us. And minorities are the only people who are allowed to say that anymore. Can't wait till it's all us. White people tried in the 30s, it did not work. But I can't wait till it's all us. I'm doing everything I can to make it happen. But I'm super lazy, so right now that's just taking the form of making way too aggressive eye contact with interracial couples on the street. Just want them to know they're doing the Lord's work. They walk down the street, and I pop out of a bush all crazy-eyed, and I'm just like, yeah, make more me's. And then she's like, honey, hold my hand. I'm like, yeah, hold her hand, then fuck her, make more me's. I'm pretty sweaty about it. I'm in love. Anybody else here in love? Yeah, it's horseshit, right? I don't know if you guys picked up on the first 5 minutes of this set, but I'm like a deeply unpleasant person. This kind of happiness is very off-brand for me. I don't like it, especially the beginning part. Fucking gross. You're full of the butterflies.
What is that?
I have friends that break up with guys, and their excuse is that they didn't feel the butterflies anymore. The butterflies. Butterflies. You guys,
The butterflies are the worst part!
they're the worst part. Why do you want to feel like that? You don't even feel like yourself. You just feel kind of off. Having the butterflies is like having an inner ear infection, but for your whole personality. And once the butterflies fly away, all you're left with is deep intimacy and understanding. And the ability to rip wicked nasty farts in front of each other. Why would you give that up? All the butterflies are all of those farts you're holding in front of your new person. You two that are in love, interracial couple, do you remember your first 10 dates? Where you're like, I know I've been farting without incident for literally decades, but maybe this is the one where I fucking shit my pants? Sitting on a couch watching Pirates of the Caribbean 2? And then he's like, I love you, I cleared out a drawer for you. And you're like, oh, thank God. That joke is gross because love's gross. I gotta get out of here, but I'll leave you on the story. I feel confident in saying that the Bay Area has changed, you guys! I should know, I moved here 4 years ago. Change isn't all bad, that's okay. I've changed too. Most people would argue for the better. I'll tell you why. Because about a week, nay, 6 days after I moved here, I got in my last bar fight. That's the correct Bay Area response. It's just total silence. Just like, you know you're not supposed to do that, right? Yeah, now. I moved here from Boston. I went out with my first friends in San Francisco, which is a really nice way of saying people you couldn't pay me to hang out with again. And I was drinking like an animal because I was so nervous. I was just like, how am I gonna make my new friends my best friends? I know, I'm gonna get everybody laid. If I got everyone in this room laid tonight, you'd be like, yeah, I'd hang out with her one more time. I decided based on zero evidence that I'm the best wing woman in the world. My new guy friend Adrian was standing next to me at the bar. I see a pretty girl next to him, so I hip-checked him into her. He knocks her over, she drops her drink. And then I come over and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, I'm so drunk. You guys are cute. And then tried to mash their faces together like they were sock puppets. Here's the thing, it worked. They're married now, but I was not invited to the wedding because of this next part. She had a guy with her, and I knew they weren't together because while she was talking to Adrian, he was hover-handing over her. He didn't know what to do. I'm like, you're a fucking coward, you don't deserve her. So I scoop him away, and I'm like, oh, I just moved here from the East Coast. Do you think the West Coast is better? And as a native of Pacifica, he had a lot of opinions about that. Adrian leaves with the girl. I'm like, fuck yeah, job well done. I'm gonna go outside, take my 5, smoke a cigarette, because I have 7 more friends to get laid tonight. While I'm out there smoking, out of the shadows materializes their other friend, who sidles up to me and says, So you like Patrick? And I know now, as an older, wiser, soberer person, that I could have explained the situation a lot better than I did. Because what I said was, no, I was just talking to him so that my friend could leave with your pretty friend. Not my finest moment, I'll be the first to admit that. But then she responded in an insane way. She said, oh, so you were using him? And I know now, as an older, wiser, soberer person, that what I should have said was, yes, in so much as every conversation is you using that person until the conversation is over, because that's how conversations work. But what I said was, fuck you! So she pushed me, thinking I would not push her back. So I pushed her into Columbus Avenue. Don't worry, she lived. It's the story of a bar fight, not how I murdered somebody. All that happened was she fell out of her shoe and was like, we're gonna fucking go. I'm like, fuck yeah, bitch. So she kicks off her other shoe, starts taking off her rings like a fucking idiot, starts taking off her earrings, and as she's taking off her earrings, I punch her in the side of the head. Rings on. Because when I was growing up, my father taught me there is no such thing as fighting dirty. Because he assumed I would be fighting men who were attacking me. And not drunk bitches half my size. I moved here from Boston. I went to law school in Boston. So let me tell you about the law. In the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, if you get in a bar fight, break a bottle, wave it in a stranger's face, and don't stab them, you're married. That's how we got gay marriage before everybody else. Thanks so much. I've been Allison Mick.
Allison Mick, everybody, give it up!